Hey everyone, I'm Adriana Morgan, the VP of Operations with Prestige Business Financial Services, and today I'll be doing a presentation over the importance of business credit. We make these videos in hopes of educating entrepreneurs, business owners, and anyone looking to start a business with the financial resources that they need. This way you can maximize your funding and get your project started way faster than you would anticipate. So, Prestige Business Financial Services has been in business for about 10 years now. We've been assisting business owners, entrepreneurs, and consumers with their personal and business funding needs. We do provide over 30 different funding options and services. To include a few, it's going to be our personal loan up to $100,000, our credit restoration options, as well as with our personal trade lines, our 0% line of credit up to $200,000, and our business loans that go up to $2 million. So we provide a lot of alternative funding even when the banks don't. So we also do provide you with a free consult that comes with the free action step plan. This way, even if you may not qualify for funding at this moment in time, we'll at least give you a plan where you will be able to qualify within the course of maybe 3 to 6 months, depending on what your credit situation is. If you have low credit, we can go ahead and provide you with resources as well as with the services to improve your credit, whether that's you have negatives or if you just need assistance with building your credit, we got you covered. This is going to be pretty much showing what our presentation is going to be going over today, what a Paydex score is. We do many of our consults, I speak with many fresh business owners or people that are looking to start a business and they're not familiar with what a Paydex score is. They're not necessarily familiar with what their credit should be, which is what we'll be going over. Why having a good Paydex score is necessary, how having a Paydex builds credibility, access to better terms and rates, how much money having a zero Paydex score is costing you, how to give your business a competitive edge, separation of finances, and how we will build your score. So let's go ahead and start with the first slide. So I wanted to explain what a Paydex score is. As I said, I speak with a lot of fresh entrepreneurs or business owners that aren't too familiar with what a Paydex. They believe that if they have a good personal credit score, or hey, I have an entity, I can rely on this business entity now without using a personal guarantee. That's not necessarily the case. Just like your personal credit score, you need to build up your actual business credit score as well. So, a Paydex score is your business's credit score reported by Dun & Bradstreet. The range goes from 1 to 100, with high numbers indicating a lower risk of late payment. This shows how reliable you are to make your business payments on time. So, just like you have your personal credit score where it starts at a lower range of 300 all the way to 850, you're able to go ahead and utilize your credit ranges to go ahead and apply for higher funding, get more funding on your actual business loans and lines of credit, and it also will assist you with not having to personally guarantee some of their loans and lines of credit. So as you see here, high risk would be considered in the range of 0 to 49, where your payments are made with 31 to 90 days or made late. Medium risk of late payment is considered to be 50 to 79, where payments are made 15 to 30 days or more late. And then your lower risk is 80 to 100, where your payments are made on time within 30 days or early. So, you definitely want to have at least a credit score of, or a Paydex score of 80 to 100. This is what's really going to help you get the higher projections and get the higher approval amounts. Why having a good Paydex is necessary. So it provides you with financial stability and credibility, access to better financing terms, separation of finances and no personal guarantee, competitive advantage in the market, and increased approvals and higher funding amounts for loans and lines of credit, which we'll be going over these next slides. So the first one is it builds credibility, establishing trust and confidence in business relationships. A well-established credit profile showcases your business's financial responsibility and reliability in meeting financial obligations. and how a good credit history builds credibility. A positive paydex score reflects a history of timely payments and responsible credit management. Credibility is a valuable asset in attracting potential investors, collaborators, and customers who seek reliable and stable business partners. Yes, this is very true. Whenever you're looking for funding or financing for a brand new business, or even if your business has been in play for quite some time, they're looking for three things essentially, lenders are. It's going to be that you have a Paydex 80, with at least 80 and higher, a decent personal credit score, which is going to be considered within the range of 680 and above, which really you want to shoot for maybe in the higher, at least lower to higher 700s. And the third thing is your business income. So if you are starting a brand new business, or let's say you're a startup owner where you pretty much don't, you just create, let's say you just created your entity, you don't really have anything else in place. So the main thing you will be relying on then is going to be your personal credit score, which, as I said, needs to be at least higher than 680. You won't have any business revenue yet because, honestly speaking, when you're starting a business, your turnaround for revenue, it could take at least a couple months. You have to get your infrastructure in place. You have to go ahead and get in and fine tune your procedures and processes, and then you may start seeing revenue coming in. And even then, you may have to go ahead and pay off some of your partners first, or whatever your process may have been within your business plan. Seeing consistent business revenue can take time. Another thing, if you are someone that has just started a business, I beg of you, please open up a business bank account. You wouldn't believe how many people I speak with that had just started a business that don't have a business bank account, and they kind of end up screwing themselves. Reason being is that even when applying for business loans, let's say you do have good business revenue off bat, if you do, you need to have that money deposited into your actual business bank account, and you need to show at least 3 months of business bank statements that's going to reflect that. So even if you're off jump making really good income, you're still having to wait at least 3 to 4 months before you can even apply. Whereas if you go ahead and establish your business credit, you have good personal credit, you could then start applying for funding immediately. So here is showing a different, this shows pretty much a chart of access to better terms and rates. So as you see here, do this chart, your approval rates are much higher if you have a good paydex range. If you have a poor paydex score, it's going to be considered low. Because again, especially if you're startup, you don't really have much to rely on. Let's say you've been in business for quite some time. This is still going to help you with get better ranges and better rates, I should say. The interest rates, as you see, with a good paydex range, you're looking at on an average of 5 to 10% APR. If you have a poor paydex range, you're looking at about 10 to 30. That's a significance in the amount of money you'd be paying for the interest rates. Repayment terms. You'll also get favorable term or years on however your business term loan is going to be. You can get either 5 to 25 with good paydex. If you have a poor paydex, it could be within 1 to 10 years. Your financing options are quite more diverse whenever you have a good paydex score compared to if you have a poor paydex, it's quite limited. So again, it really depends on the three things. If you have the good personal range for credit score, the paydex score, and then as well as business income. So right now, due to all the economic factors going on pretty much globally at this point, um, you need to be bringing in at least about 10 grand a month for you to be qualified for a lot more business term loans. Lines of credit, you can still have some options there, but even then, again, due to the economic downturn that we're seeing right now, um, it's I'm seeing people still get approved, but the projection amounts, like as for example, we have a 0% line of credit that goes up to $200,000. So before the pandemic, we were seeing much higher ranges, maybe people getting approved for the 120,000. Now, I'm seeing maybe about 60 to 80 capping off. Again, depending on what every I will say this, everybody is case by case. Everybody has different circumstances, different things that may be hindering their credit scores, different project plans. but even then, the projections are still lower. So if you're trying to get up to 100,000 higher than that off the jump, then you're definitely going to want to consider building up your paydex score than trying to go ahead and applying for business lines of credit or business loans. So I made this slide here to go ahead and drive home how much money having a higher interest rate could cost you due to having a lower paydex score. So I based this example on a $100,000 loan over a 5-year term. So if you have a good paydex score, your percentage rate could be between the 5 to 10% APR. So, assuming a business owner with a good paydex score secures a loan with an interest rate of 7% APR, the total interest paid over a 5-year term would approximately be $16,198. Compared to someone with a poor paydex score, between the ranges of 10 to 30% APR. So let's assume in this case that they secure a loan and the interest rate is a 20% APR. The total interest paid over a 5-year term would approximately be $51,582, meaning the difference in interest paid over the 5-year term life of the loan, it's going to be $35,384. That's a significant difference. Imagine what you could do with that $35,000. All right, so now we're on the next slide. Separation of finances, ensuring financial clarity and protecting your personal assets. Because again, you definitely don't want to put your personal assets or your personal credit score on the line when applying for business loans and lines of credit, because that's the last thing you want to do. Is it hindering your personal score, then it impacts your personal life, obviously, on a level of if you're trying to apply for a apartment, if you're trying to apply for a mortgage or a car loan, and then if your personal score is taking a hit, then you're taking higher percentage rates on your personal loans and all that. And you definitely don't want to do that. So, the importance of avoiding personal liability. A positive paydex score encourages responsible financial practices that contribute to the separation, safeguarding personal assets from business risks. Very important. Next one is protect your personal credit score, which is incredibly important. By avoiding business debts from negatively impacting personal credit, business owners can preserve their individual creditworthiness, greatly decreasing your chances of having to personal guarantee loans and lines of credit. Again, if something fallbacks or something happens where you can't make your business loan payment on time, at least if instead of it impacting your personal as well, just have it impact your business credit score. So try to get it to a higher range. Therefore, if something, Lord forbid something does happen, you're not having to take a personal hit as well. The last thing that a business Paydex 80 and higher can do for you is give you the competitive edge that you need. So now we're living in a space where many people are unfortunately getting laid off their jobs and they're starting new business ventures, which is great. I think it's great that many people have realized that whenever you work a regular 9 to 5 job, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it does limit your ability and your capacity to make further to really build your wealth. When you're on a set income, unless you're pretty much on a limited pay scale, you can only reach to a certain pay scale, and that's pretty much it. If you have if you have a great demanding career, that's wonderful if you can make 6 figures from that. But unfortunately, the reality is that that's not the case for everyone. Some people are capped off at a certain amount that still not be able to be sufficient for them to pay their bills or really for them to do what they want to do regarding building wealth for their family and future generations. So to really give yourself the power that you need, sometimes it is going to be relying on you either turning your side hustle into a real business, or if you already have your business currently, giving yourself all the advantages you can through your business. And one of those is again the having a paydex score. Reason being, you as here the first bullet point says, competing for contracts or partners become more favorable when your business demonstrates financial responsibility. So depending on what venture you're doing, sometimes a other partners and other people want to see that you are a responsible person to lend this money to, that you're going to handle all the finances responsibly and not just blow it or make bad business decisions for yourself and for other individuals that invested in your company. You will have the ability to negotiate better terms with suppliers. So, a favorable credit score signals payment reliability, allowing your business to negotiate better business terms, including discounts, extended payment periods, and higher credit limits, which can be imperative depending on whatever faction you're in. And growth opportunities. Lenders and investors are more likely to support expansion projects, mergers, or acquisition when they see a financially stable and responsible business. When everyone's getting laid off and opening up their own ventures, you definitely want to give yourself as much competitive advantage as you can to really differentiate yourself from other businesses, as well as, setting yourself up responsibly and financially, giving yourself that financial competitive edge, because that's one of the key components in having a business, is trying to maximize your business in every way, shape, or form, and trying to get the best rates and best APR percentages, period. So now I wanted to go over how we can help you build your credit score. So first, we will take a look at your personal and business credit, providing you with a free value-filled consultation, improving not just your business credit, but your personal credit as well. Again, I know I keep talking about the personal credit, but it's imperative that you have all of your lanes open as a business owner. You want to make sure you can go ahead and seize every opportunity. So, what you will get within our service is that you will get permanent trade lines to build your score. So, some people will get this mixed up with personal trade lines, because some personal trade lines can actually be temporary. In this circumstance, all of the trade lines that you will be provided with through the service will be permanent, so you don't have to worry that they're temporary and going to disappear or fall off a certain point in moment in time. No, these are very permanent, so you don't have to worry about that. And pretty much what we do is, after we assess the credit, we will go ahead and place about maybe about 2 to 4 different trade lines on your actual business Paydex score, to go ahead and build it up from either zero, or even if you have a existing business and you may just have a lower Paydex score, that's fine. We'll build it up from whatever your score is all the way to 80. And this process can take the 40 to 60 days, or 45, I should say. Reason being is that we just have to reassess it after about 30 days to see if we need to go ahead and do another round of placing trade lines, or if maybe just need to let it age after the first month. And this package, including all the prices of the trade lines and everything, and the placing them on there, that is $27.50. And within the service as well is that you're going to get expert advice on not just your business credit, but again on your personal credit, or even on some means of your business. Many of us are experts within the business. Anthony is a business owner, which he is a CEO, so he owns his business. Another, I myself, I'm an expert, and I also have my own LLC. We are a small family business, a small but family owned business. So we do all have some of our own entities going in place, so we can assist you not with just this, but some other aspects of your business that you may have questions about or not too sure of. And with this service as well, we'll go ahead and provide you the action steps for you to get the funding that you're seeking, whether it's for your nonprofit, for your existing business, or if you're a startup, we got you covered. So thank you for watching this presentation on how important your business credit can be and how it can impact your business. We hope that you went ahead and learned something of value through this presentation. And if you are ready to go ahead and build up your business Paydex score to 80, please go ahead and click on our appointments link right there and book a consultation with one of the experts, so we can go ahead and assess your business and personal credit and get you started. You could also feel free to access more free resources on our LinkedIn page. We have a actual Facebook group that you can join that is full of other entrepreneurs and startup owners that are looking for the resources to start their business and to start conversations regarding, best practices and tips on how to improve your sales and whatnot. And we also have a Pinterest video page, which shares a lot of different videos from other entrepreneurs and CEOs that are offering valuable advice that you may find valuable to your journey in creating your entity, or again, if you already have your own business. Also, you can contact us by calling us at 1-800-622-0453. Visit our website there below at https prestigebusinessfinancialservices.com, or you can just email us at anthony@prestigebfs. Again, I am Adriana Morgan, the VP Operations, and I really enjoyed doing this presentation. If you do have any suggestions on other resources or things, information that you would like to learn about, feel free to email me, which is Adriana, ADRIANA, prestige@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to hear your feedback or suggestions. And we look forward to working with you. Have a great day.